Hey gang, it's Tim. Welcome to Winning Wednesday. So today I want to talk about a strategy that feels like a cheesy tactic, but is actually completely brilliant for you and your prospect. So let's call it the upfront offer or the foot in the door or the thin end of the wedge, whatever. I want to talk about the having a date before you get married, or getting to know each other a little bit before you decide that you're meant for each other. So often, especially in marketing services, when you are putting together a program for your prospect, you're thinking about a 12-month or longer engagement, big commitment, long relationship. And the sad fact of the matter is, unless you've done a huge amount of upfront work, you don't really know if this client is the right one. You've never worked with them. You don't have a sense if your personalities match. You don't have a sense if your work styles match. You don't have a sense if expectations are in line on both sides. So that desire to land this long-term client can actually be that can be a bad thing. And certainly when you talk to a client about a $5,000 a month service, guess what they hear? In their brain, they automatically do 12 months worth of math. And so that 5,000 monthly thing becomes $60,000 of obligation. And it's really much harder to make a $60,000 decision than it is to make a $5,000 decision. So think about this as a strategy. Instead of you thinking, okay, it's $5,000 a month, perfect, let's go. I really want you to think about how can you create a subset or a preview of what you do and what you know and how you work and how you treat clients that makes it easy to say yes. And so I always call this the upfront offer, and it's often something that you actually might even do during your engagement. So for a lot of marketing agencies, they start with an audit and then they put together a strategic plan and then they put together the tactical plan. Well, imagine if you took that audit and strategic plan and sold it all by itself. You just put a little bow around it and said, hey, Ms. Prospect, I'd really like to get married, and I would love to work with you forever at somewhere between $5,000 and $7,000 a month. But that's a pretty big ask since we've just met. Would you like to go out for coffee right now? And we'll put together an audit and a strategic go forward plan for, I don't know, $5,000 or $7,000 or $10,000, whatever it is. It doesn't, like, the price doesn't actually matter. But what happens during that time is you get to know your clients, you get to uncover all the skeletons, you don't get caught by surprise, they get continually wowed by how awesome and responsive your team is, and they are amazed at your insight, intellect, organizational capacities, and the quality of your deliverables. So when you put together this strategic plan that says, you know what, you need to spend that much in this way through those opportunities because we're attacking this market that has these characteristics, what do you think they're thinking? They're not thinking like, oh my goodness, thank you so much for all of this information. What they're really thinking is like, OMG, that's a lot. We can't manage that in-house. Who can do that? Wait, you can do it for us. And so the decoupling of this sort of upfront work as a value to your client, you might think that you're selling, that you're selling something small, hoping to get something big, but you know what you're really doing? You are selling something smaller and discreet so that you can build positive relationship, partnership, and momentum towards the big thing. Because once they trust you and once you are engaged, well, then maybe you're thinking that this is like we can only sell them $5,000 a month worth of stuff. Well, after you've done the strategic planning with them, with their input, and you understand their needs intimately, well, you know what really is? Maybe it's a $10,000 deal, or maybe it's a $3,000 deal. Either way, like you are now in position to offer and deliver exactly the right thing for your clients. And you still have the opportunity to say, you know what? It was great doing this strategic plan, but I don't think we're a fit. And let me refer you to someone who is. And that way you end up getting rid of the clients where you don't have a culture fit. And so think about an upfront offer that you can use effectively, that provides value and strategy to your client and shows off your best attributes, so that when you get to the end of that project, there is no doubt that you are the only person, the only agency that that prospect would trust to execute that plan. That's it. That's Winning Wednesday. Super easy way to increase your close rate and quite likely increase your average contract value. Take care. Have a great day.